Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Real Film Nerds. I'm your host, Mysterious Mike. With me, as usual, is Matt.
Hey, look, Mike's introducing a pod since our Harvest Horror Fest. Isn't that amazing?
Yes, and this pod, Matt, is specifically for you. This is the pre-Star Wars Episode 8 predictions, and I wanted to do this because, well, you're such a huge fan. It doesn't... We need to just talk about this stuff.
Mike, is that a fat joke?
No, not at all.
So I'm not a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad we got that out there. All right. Okay, Mike, so I believe how this is going to go. You have lots of things brewing in your melon, and you want to ask them to me, and I will do what I can to answer them. FYI, this is not going to be a long podcast. This is just a fun one specifically for our good buddy, Mr. Steven Stockmar, who suggested this, and anyone else that loves Star Wars just even a little bit.
Yes. I just wanted to have like a little bit of a excited pre-Star Wars thing, and we already talk about it in real life all the time, so why don't we just do it on the pod?
Do it recordingly.
Yeah. So anyway, Matt, so my first question for you, Matt, is do you think JJ back at the helm, the comedy will be less MCU-like?
It damn well better be, or else I'm going to be angry.
And do you think there's going to be like a lot of lens flares? J.J. Abrams kind of has these weird lens flare thing.
I would be disappointed if there isn't at least one good solid lens flare. At least one. Maybe use the lightsaber to do like a kick-ass lens flare. I'd be all right with that. Maybe like when someone's being decapitated or something, there's this wicked lens flare. Yeah, that would be sweet.
Yeah, that would be sweet. All right, so the next one.
Do I have Star Wars underoos on? Yes. Do you know how hard it is to find underoos in my size, Mike? Bloody difficult.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, they don't make child sizes this big, believe me.
Oh, all right. I almost actually bought you some Star Wars underwear a couple times. I just haven't.
Well, I'm glad that me and my underwear is crossing your head. Yeah. All right. Next.
All right. On that note, so Matt, with this one, is Emperor Palpatine really back? Like, was that just a teaser? What's going on?
Dude, I got some theories on this. I think it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to be he never died, and he's been trapped in like the Death Star debris, slowly building back up the Empire from this hidden kind of ice world. And if you see in the trailers, there's like a regular Star Destroyer that comes bursting through this ice. I'm thinking maybe there's like an entire planet, just ice planet kind of thing, like Pluto, where it's just all these Star Destroyers that have been hiding in this planet, and they're all going to come bursting out, and Palpatine didn't die, and, it's going to be all badass, and he was the puppet master the whole time. Or they're going to pull from the books, which they really haven't done much of yet. Any of the quote-unquote legends now, screw you, Disney, where Palpatine is going to be a clone.
Interesting.
I think it's one of two ways.
All right. Do you think Captain Kennedy is going to have a bigger role in this movie? Because I felt like the role was very snubbed in the last movie.
Captain Kennedy?
Yeah, that's like the one that has the shiny armor, like the really...
Captain Phasma?
Oh, Phasma. My bad.
I was going to say...
Oh, see, look at it. You just call me out.
Captain
right there.
Kennedy? I was like, how dare you? You know how much I do not like the leader of the Free Disney World, Kathleen Kennedy, and you're calling her Captain Kennedy? You son of a bitch!
No, nothing, no relation.
So I got another one here on the Captain Phasma front. I think Captain Phasma, if she comes back again, is going to die again, because clearly Captain Phasma is the Kenny of the new Star Wars trilogy.
Jeez, that's terrible.
Think about it. Captain Phasma died in the first one, supposedly. Died in the second one, supposedly. She comes back, she's going to die again.
Okay. All right.
What a waste, man. What a waste of a really good actress and a really cool character. Not only is it a stormtrooper, it is a female stormtrooper. And not only that, she's also one of the highest in command. What a waste of an incredible character and actress. God, I was so upset about that. I loved Captain Phasma. Great character.
Yeah, so where do you think the First Order and the Resistance are going to go on this particular movie?
Oh, hell, I'm not sure what planets they're going to. They're definitely going to wherever the Death Star crashed. I don't know if that's where they're going to have a big battle or if that's just going to be Rey and Kylo Ren battling it out. But, they have a few planets. They always introduce new planets in the movies, so it'll probably be another new planet of some kind.
Do you think Rey will have more of a training cycle or something?
Yeah.
'Cause
All right.
Dude, I felt like this last movie.
One of the biggest problems with The Last Jedi? Yeah, you're shaking your head. For those of you who don't see the video, Mike is shaking his head. Yes, including even Force Awakens, not to rip JJ too bad, but yes, in Force Awakens, it was pretty freaking ridiculous that she was able to wield a lightsaber even though she's never touched one, and she was able to do all these Force things even though she never ever had been able to do them before. I can let it slide a little bit in Force Awakens, but not a ton. Last Jedi was just ridiculous. If there's no training in this next film, it's going to just be just stupid. Theory is, from the trailers, from me, I'm sure other people have come to this conclusion, you see her running on that jungle planet and doing things on the jungle planet and the helmet and all that other stuff. I think that's her going through her training. If you remember the trailer where she has like a Sith lightsaber and it like swings open like a switchblade kind of thing, and it's a double-bladed lightsaber, I think that's kind of reminiscent of Empire when Luke had to go into the tree and face his father who turned out to be himself kind of thing. I think it's going to be something like that, and I think that's going to be all through her training. Catch is, I think the training is going to be done by Carrie Fisher. I think that's how they're going to get her in, is she's going to be doing training of Rey, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to ask about how Carrie Fisher or Leia is in this.
That's what I hope, because, it would help with her being able to fly like Superman from The Last Jedi, but I don't like talking about that movie. So... But because it makes sense. If she has Force abilities, which clearly she does, and Luke trained her, and Luke is now gone, of course we're going to see Luke in here as a blue glowy. But, maybe Leia starts his training. Maybe Luke as the blue glowy finishes her training. It's got to be something. Because, people are just so upset that she hasn't had any training, and she's this badass.
Yeah, do you think there's going to be like a lot of blue glowy things? Is there going to be Obi-Wan and the different, I don't know, representations of the different movies?
I'd like to see Obi-Wan. We're definitely going to see Luke. We know that for a fact. Hayden Christensen, one of the rumors is he's going to be popping up back, and he'll probably be a blue glowy, and I really could live without seeing that. But at least Obi-Wan and at least Yoda, definitely bring Yoda back, although we already got Yoda as a blue glowy in the last one. But I think if we could get Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Luke reunited as blue glowies, kind of like kicking it, I think that'd be pretty cool to, harken back to episode 6.
I think that would be kind of actually cool.
Yeah. Leave Anakin out, though. Leave Anakin out. Unless you can get the original actor that played Darth Vader in the original trilogy, but I'm not sure if he's still alive or not.
Okay.
We don't need Hayden Christensen. I'm sorry.
All right. What kind of twist, or do you think there's going to be any kind of big reveal in this movie?
Of course.
Yeah,
there's going to be a few gotcha moments. Hopefully not nearly as many gotcha bullshit moments as there were in Last Jedi, which was just dumb. But I think probably the biggest reveal, and I don't know who it's going to be, but we're going to find out who Rey's parents really are. And I don't think it's going to be a nobody. It might not be someone that your average fan base would know, but I think it's going to be a name that your Star Wars fan, super fan, would know.
Oh, so kind of like some fan service, you think?
Yeah, definitely. Because, people were so disappointed with what Rian Johnson did in 8, saying, oh, well, they're just nobodies. and everybody was really looking forward to finding out, and it didn't happen. And so I think we're going to find out she's a descendant of someone. I don't think it's going to be Obi-Wan Kenobi like everyone thinks. I don't think she's a Skywalker at all. I think it's going to be someone else from the Jedi Order that super nerds will know. Something from the prequels. They went into hiding and they escaped and hid from Order 66 kind of thing. And maybe it was two Jedis getting together, and having a kid or something, and to protect her from getting caught. Or maybe the Empire caught up with them when they dropped her off, and that's why they were dropping her off, and they killed them, something like that.
All right, man. And, how many times do you think you will see this? I know it depends on how good it is, but do you, on your average, do you think it's 5 is just an automatic, or is it
I'd say, 5 is probably an automatic. I definitely am going to see it opening day twice, and one is with my good buddies from the Blue Milk podcast. Rest in peace. FYI, for those of you who do not know, they have decided to cease operations of the Blue Milk podcast. Part of kind of the, I don't know if I'm recording a pod with them or not. Reviewing it, I haven't heard, but I'm seeing it with them at one of the earlier shows. I think 5 or 6 or 7. I don't know. I have to check with Jacob and figure that out. And then I'm going to see it again at 9 something with my comic book shop.
Man, yeah. Rest in peace, Blue Milk guys. Big supporters. So sorry to see you go.
Understandable. Mike and I have come to your conclusion a few times, have discussed it. We will continue on because we like it and we like having fun, especially with Mags in here. Oh, dude, that's going to be so much fun. I love that. And
Matt is not a quitter. He will not quit anything.
It's true. I got to be fired. It's very true.
So Matt, I
never
really
answered.
think that
5.
That
minimum 5. Sorry.
Okay.
At minimum 5.
I really think. Yeah, I really think that rounds out most of my questions, man. I was just trying to hype it up a little bit and try and figure out what you were feeling. I'm really hoping that JJ delivers. I really liked his first movie. This last one was quite disappointing, actually. So I think I only saw it twice myself. And I recently watched it to make sure that I was all caught up on the story. It's actually on Netflix as well.
Oh, that's right, because Netflix still has a license for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it expires, it'll go to Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for this. I'm a little apprehensive. It is J.J. Abrams. I'm hoping he is able to rescue this trilogy. I thought Force Awakens was good. Both of us have talked about it. I hate The Last Jedi. I'm really sad about how that film came out. I like Rian Johnson before Last Jedi. I'm boycotting his most recent film, Knives Out, because I'm just so upset about what he did with Star Wars. Everyone says it was groundbreaking. Okay, critics say it was groundbreaking and best Star Wars movie ever and all this other stuff. If you sit down and actually pay attention to it, it is not. It is a really bad movie. It is a really bad script. It is lots of gotcha BS moments. Take all the bullshit, racism, sexism shit out that all the other hardcore Star Wars people are going off. Rose this, Finn this, blah, blah, blah. Rian Johnson basically went in, took all the world that J.J. Abrams started to craft and the characters he started to craft and just shat all over them. Phasma died again. Finn is now, a wussy. I mean, Poe is whiny. It's just, no. JJ, you're our last hope.
Oh, nice, man. Nice.
But yeah, I'd like to see more Poe. I'd like to see more Finn. I think Finn is one of the most interesting characters. A stormtrooper that has gone to the other side. I love that story. I love that character. I think that's great. I hope they do Carrie Fisher a service, and I don't think they won't. They've promised they won't, and especially JJ at the helm. I have high hopes for this film, but again, I believe I've talked about it on the podcast. Out of the two, between The Mandalorian and The Rise of Skywalker, the one I was more excited for is The Mandalorian, and I think it has been an incredible show. There's been a few episodes that are pretty rough, but for the most part, I've been pleasantly surprised with that show.
Yeah, we've liked the Mandalorian as well. We haven't seen the latest episode. I'm sorry, Matt, but we saw the rest of them. We saw the rest of them. But anyway, we've liked it as well. So it's fun. It's different.
It is.
I like it.
It is. It's a Western. I love the Mandalorians just as a people and a race and a planet and all that stuff. So anyways, high hopes for Rise of Skywalker. I hope we see some really cool stuff. I really hope we have an epic lightsaber battle. I mean, we've had some pretty good ones in the new films, but Force Awakens was good. It wasn't like outstanding. Last Jedi actually had a pretty fun, interesting lightsaber battle.
Oh, the Red Room was awesome.
The ones where they were fighting the Praetorian Guards was really cool.
Yeah, that was the best scene in the movie.
By far. That was a really, really cool, fun lightsaber battle. Granted, they weren't fighting each other. They were fighting the guards, but I really enjoyed that. We need something crazy epic for Rise of Skywalker, something on the level of the Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader showdown that we got from Return. That's what we need.
I guess with that, I don't want to make this too long. We just wanted to have a little teaser out there, and with that, I think we'll just let everybody go and catch the next pod where we're reviewing Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. It's going to be exciting. Whether it's terrible or not, we're going to talk a lot about it. So
I know
we're just getting you ready.
You get yourself a nice, comfortable seat. Get yourself maybe more than one beer, maybe 3 or 4. It's going to be painful.
Yeah. With Matt on the other side, I'm gonna do my best to keep him reined in, but it's going to be rough. So anyway,
we'll have to discuss it later. But yeah.
But anyway, this is our teaser for the movie, and catch us on the next pod after this. This is, I guess, technically episode 151. Anyway, we look forward for you listening to 152 when we talk all about how good or bad the new Star Wars movie is.
Woo! Star Wars!
Yes. So, I mean, this is like, I don't even know how to describe this. Matt's is like, this is like Matt's holiday that goes on for like weeks.
It goes on for a lifetime.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is you're on holiday your whole life.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I live in a world where I mean, just think about it, Mike. How great is it that we exist in this universe at the same time that Star Wars exists?
That is, you're right. I ponder that question often. When I'm going to bed, that's what I think.
It's what I think. I mean, I'm like, thank God I wasn't born in like the 1800s, when I'd be shot at, gunfights and stuff like that.
I think I'm glad that I'm not alive during the medieval times when there wasn't really much to go around, and entertainment, there was none.
Yeah. They didn't even have movies back then. I mean, the audacity.
See what you did there.
All right, Mike. Well, you want me to take us out?
Sure, man. Yeah, sure. Take us out, Matt.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, follow us on the Instas, the Tweeters, the Facebooks. Magic 99.1 on Monday mornings with Lisa Live, which for me will be an early tomorrow. I think that's about it. So thanks everybody for listening, and we will catch you on our next pod.
Let's go out with something really hot for these folks. A big hit out of 77. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Give me the Star Wars. Don't let them end.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now go out and catch a movie.